Man, I know for a fact, if I get pulled over by a cop in this Evo, it's getting defected immediately. Like, I wasn't going to do a video on what I'm doing here until I realized the shit show that this car's, it's not bad as in like, it's a lemon. It's just, you can tell that like, whoever has been modifying it in the past, I don't think it was the previous owner, I don't think he did a lot to the cars. The guy before that, especially now realizing the history of the car, he just like doesn't give a fuck. So I've just unclipped, because I'm taking the front bumper off. I'm gonna restore these headlights, which I was gonna do a video on, so that'll be this video now. We will restore the headlights because it's $3 grand for replacement factory ones or nothing. So I'm gonna pull them apart, give them a good sand polish buff and try to fix the seal and hopefully make them as new. But in the meantime, I've got to take the front bumper off to get the headlamps out, like the whole unit. And like, I've already taken it all off, but there's no firewall here except like this half-assed piece of carpet. It's all just cable tied up. If you don't believe me, look at this. Like, it's just fucking, it's just, like, if I get pulled over and I have to go take this over the pits for an inspection, that's not fucking passing. Like, fuck, I've got to be fucking careful, you know? If I ever have to, I've got to find some replacement firewall to fix that up, but shit. It's probably because of how low it is, like it's probably just burnt through it that they got rid of it. And it makes it way easier to take the front bumper off and on. I'll be honest with you, just clip the cable ties, you're good to go, but shit, man. That's funny as fuck. So, yeah. I'm gonna take the rest of the front bumper off and I need to go to my dad's and get the jack stands out so I can continue lifting the car up and have it safely propped up, because I want to check where the oil leak is too and see if there's anything I can do about it before I take it to get a service in a few weeks. So car's good. I'm just going to have it off the road for a bit now to do some proper restoring. Going to take the front bumper off. Going to get a new bracket because this is some homemade makeshift bullshit that's really bad. I'm going to get a proper like hard bracket so it doesn't flap around. And like part of me is thinking about spray painting the car a different color, but I'm not going to play with that idea for now because the engine bay like will stay silver, obviously. I don't know if I want that or not. It's really only just the bars here and where the suspension is, but still, not sure. But in the meantime, yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on that before we dive into today's video. It's just the fucking cable ties, classic. All right, about an hour later, I've got the front bumper off. I had to go to my dad's and pick up some tools because for some reason I don't have any Allen keys. Well, I do, but they are anywhere on the back shelves there. But the bumper is off. There she is. I'm thinking while we're here, we just take the fucking lip off and see how it goes. Looks like they're riveted in, so I'm gonna have to drill the cunt off maybe, I don't know. Oh no, it's just screws, that's cool. We took this plate off. I'm thinking about repainting this plate, sorry. Might just keep it red to go with the theme of the car, but man, carbon fiber might not be too bad, just wrap it. Don't know how that'll do in the heat though, but since I've got it off, I might just sand it later in the week and paint it. I'm gonna take the headlights off now and have a look at them. And actually, I'll put this down and we'll get under the car now and see if we can figure out what's going on with this oil leak. Because I have no idea what to expect here, but I've got it on the jack stand, so hopefully we don't get crushed, otherwise this will be the last thing you see from me. That looks pretty fresh, that oil. But that's not from today, it's from overnight. Well, I'm just having a look now. And I mean, I don't know, I should have got my phone, bring it down here with me. I don't know where it could be coming from personally, like, could be that hole there, in there. I mean, I don't know if there's meant to be a hole that fucking size in the bottom of the, transmission, but here we are. Looks like that's not a good thing. I don't know, I'm not a mechanic, but I can see what I believe to be some sort of gears. So that's not good. Right. I'm going to put the camera down so I can actually have a proper look and get my phone and see what the fuck's going on, do a bit of research, because, I mean, I don't know. I've not been under one of these cars before. I don't know shit. But I don't like the look of that, so yeah. I believe I've found the leak. Whatever the fuck this is right here. Like if I push on it, it's a bit of, there's a crack, bit of moisture. I reckon that's where the oil's coming from. It's on the bottom of the intake pipe. So, it's just, I don't know why there's oil in there. They're like, what the fuck? Why is it getting in there? I don't know. But I believe that's where it's coming from. Like, if I wipe it, you know, I have oil on my finger. Like, you know, no oil. I don't know if you can see because I've got my light fucking everywhere. It's really difficult. I do apologize. So no oil on my finger, right? And then like push on it, and a little bit of oil. Nothing major, but I don't like that at all. So I'm willing to bet that's probably where it is, because when I'm looking from the top of the engine bay, right, I literally look down this hole here, and I can see oil. So, and it all runs down here, it looks like. So, I mean, it could be that. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's split on the bottom. It's a split there. So, I need to figure out what the fuck that is. If I haven't figured it out by the time this video is live, let me know. But otherwise, I mean, it just connects to the intake pipe. So why the fuck is there oil in it to begin with? Unless it's just like, I mean, with the turbo, it's probably just recirculating. That's like where it collects. I don't know. But the fact that it's there is a good thing, because that means it's not the sump or anything under the engine. I don't know what the fuck that hole is still, by the way, but when I look in there, I don't know if you can see with the camera. Let me fucking, oh, this is a rough fucking angle. Under cars always are. Like, I don't know what the fuck all that is. I'm just going to Google hole in the bottom of Evo 7 transmission, or what the fuck, and see what I get. But that looks like the leak, which is, from what I can tell, not a problem. Something I will fix. I don't want to just do a patch job and, you know, just wrap it up and be like, oh yeah, it's good to go. I'd like to replace it with whatever the fuck that rubber thing is on the end. But in the meantime, I think I might even just fucking super glue it for now. It looks like there's just the pipe goes in and that's where it's split, like where the pipe ends. Just pressure or whatever. I need to figure out what it is first though. So yeah, not bad. Okay, so I've done a bit of research, and from what I understand, the hole in the bottom of the transmission appears to be a inspection hole. Now that is just for inspecting the clutch and everything and making sure it's all good. There should be, I'm pretty sure, a rubber grommet on it, which will stop shit getting in, but I don't actually think it's a problem leaving it open. I think it's like leaving the timing belt cover off your car. A lot of people do it. I mean, look at the Valiant. The belts are all fucking exposed and shit, so it's not the end of the world. I think it's just like, you know, it should be perfectly fine. As for the oil leak, now I realize now that I don't actually have an oil catch can. So what that does is basically, with turbocharged cars, the intake, which is where the air comes into the engine, goes through the engine and then goes through the exhaust and can get recirculated through the turbocharger, right? Now, and then that goes like back through the intake again, and oil can bypass through that, and you normally have a catch can to catch the oil. If I'm wrong, please correct me in the comment section down below. But basically you have a catch can to catch the oil rather than it just fucking off back into your intake, right? Now, instead of having a catch can, they've just put a plug on the end, and the plug has split, which is where the oil's coming out. So it's actually not a problem about the oil leak. I can get an oil catch can installed, and I think on the Evo 9 I had one, because it's got the blow-off valve somewhere, but we had an oil catch can up here, right? Blow-off valve over there. So we had the oil catch can here. Could probably get one installed again and have that set up just to make less mess. But from what I understand, it should be fine. I'll probably want to fix that cap anyway. I don't know if it's a problem having it capped if you've got to empty it every so often, or if there's I don't know if it creates a problem. I really don't. I don't think oil catch cans are mandatory. I think they are just quality of life. So not having one shouldn't be a problem. I'll find out. I'll ask my mechanic friends and see what the play is. But in the meantime, trying to patch up that hole will be a nice thing to do. Because if that's where the oil is coming from, which I'm pretty sure it is, then it's a non-issue and we can go about happily with this car so far anyway. But I'm going to keep having a look, and then I'm going to get these headlights out. I'm just kind of doing a bit of Google and research at the moment on what's happening. So I will let you guys know, and you'll know as soon as I know. Now look at this. Fucking cable ties holding the headlights on. Alright, you got a screw there, probably a screw underneath, and then just fucking that easy. Definitely a problem. Definitely not what you want. So I've got to figure out what I'm trying, like why the fuck are they cable tied of all things? Am I missing something? What the I don't know, we'll pull it out and we'll have a look. Just wanted to show that real quick. There she is, the last headlight, they're both out. And mate, headlights are just fucking, they're just cunt jobs, man. But there we go. I'm going to work on restoring these over the next week or so, next few days. Depending on how everything else goes. The fuck is that noise? It's my fucking air compressor, Jesus. I thought it was some sort of snake or some shit, fuck me. Yeah, right, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on that leak and hope that it is coming from there. Give this a nice blowout now, give it a bit of a clean. Take the lip off the front bumper. This car's gonna be out of commission for a couple of weeks now, I reckon. Fuck it, I've gone this far, I may as well do it while I'm here. And then impulsively look at spray painting, because why not? Just a piece of cardboard just sitting in there for no reason. And when I put it back together, I want it fitting properly. I don't want it half-assed, cable tied like the guy who did it last, because it's not good. And when you're driving, the lights are just here, not out there, so can't see shit anyway. But yeah, see how we go. Keep an eye on the oil leak. Give it a bit of a blowout because there's bugs in all the coolers and radiators, so fix that up and have a bit of fun. It's funny taking cars like this apart and just seeing people like liquid nails shit to fiberglass or plastic, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't mind it, like it's not the end of the world because it's the inside of the bumper, but it's just funny to look at and just be like, yep, that's the sort of shit I would have done 10 years ago. Fucking just amazing. It's like tape and shit all in here. Tape up here. Fucking hell. I'm going to take this lip off and see what it looks like. It looks like it's just connected. We're going to have holes in the bottom of the lip, are we? Oh, I don't know. Let's have a look. See what we get. You know what I fucking hate most about working on cars? It's just people are just, like, they're just idiots for no reason. Undoing the lip, okay? Everything's gone good. I undid this one by hand, so it's not a problem. But on this side and that side are two different screws. It's all Phillips heads all the way through, and then it's one of those fucking star K, whatever the KYS fucking shaped screws. I don't have tools for that. I can go get them, but why the fuck would I own them? Like people that use the star screws, the reason you use them is because you're an asshole. It's like, it's so impractical and dumb. What's wrong with a Phillips head or a flat head? I get you're probably like, oh, so people don't steal it. You could snap this fucking thing off if you wanted to. I don't want to do that. I could probably grind it off if I wanted to, but I don't want to risk cutting anything. But like it's just like I've got everything except one, and now I've got to go fucking 25 minutes into town to Bunnings warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning, to get myself a new tool. Probably have to buy a set. Probably going to be King Chrome. So it's going to cost me like 80 bucks. Just to get one fucking screw out of the lip. It's a joke. But when it's done, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to paint place, fix up like little bits like this. I'm going to sand it back. I'm going to respray it the same color, I think. But then I might wrap it. See how I go. I'm not sure yet. But I think I might wrap it carbon fiber, because I think that'll look pretty nice. And with the car lifted, it won't be so bad. Because the bottom of the bumper, unfortunately, is made for a lip, so it looks like we're going to have that sort of content on there eventually, but it's no rush. I don't mind driving around without the lip for now if I have to. As for the rest of the car, I will probably end up doing, I might even just respray the bumper, like, you know, this could do with some love. So I might just do the whole bumper one day. I could probably do it, I'll have to set the gun up, the compressor. I probably can't do it out of a can I? Yeah, okay. I was going to can spray, but yeah, I might have to do the whole thing. But that's fine. That's no problem. I'll just do it the same silver for now so that it's nice and the same as the car. And then one day we'll either respray the whole car or we will wrap the car. Unsure yet, but I'm kind of like fucked now until I go to the shop, which is probably going to be tomorrow because it's already 4:30, 4:15. I can't be bothered. See how I go. But, I mean, progress so far is not too bad. Car's on jacks. It's up. I'm going to leave it up for now. Disconnected the battery. I like to cover the terminals, like the cables connecting to the terminals, just so they definitely don't touch anything. No oil spillage or new spillage as of yet. And like, this is the intake, and it was pretty dirty in here, just leaves and there's some rocks and shit, just cables loose everywhere for like no fucking reason. This is a meme, but I'm assuming this is just to help stop shit shooting up into the intake. Yeah, not too bad. The car is good. It's all pretty standard, just, yeah, generic crap. So I think I have to go get some tools for that and then look at getting these headlights done. So yeah, over the next few days is going to be pretty quiet while I prep for that, and then go ham for like a good week or so in here, which will be fun. Alrighty boys, I've let a few days go by since last recording footage for this video. I've just been trying to catch up on some other hours stuff. I sold my daily car, which I'll explain that later on in the video if I remember to. But I went and bought some torque set thingy with all these different fittings. So we have finally got the lip off of the front bumper. Now the front bumper has this bracket underneath it, so because it's aftermarket, we're going to keep the lip, I think. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sand it all back, respray it, and then when the paint has cured, I'm going to wrap it in carbon fiber. Hopefully the wrap job is not too bad, because I think that'll look a lot nicer than it being silver. I'm also going to respray the whole front bumper, get rid of, well, take this number plate off for now so I can respray it properly, because I've been told silver is a very hard color to blend, and these cracks, I think I'm just going to do the whole bumper and just respray it all. That should happen in a couple of days. It's going to rain tomorrow, so I don't want to take the valiant out of the shed just yet because it still leaks in the front. So I think today I'm just going to prep these with sanding them, and maybe even prep the headlights over there. And then tomorrow I might go out, and we've just covered the car. I bought a car cover so that way I can paint without having to move it. But it's obviously too small given the size of the spoiler and everything. It's meant to be, well, it was meant to fit the car, but you know, fat ass is still hanging out. So I'm going to buy some just like painter's paper or plastic and just cover the rest of the car up so it's no problem. Then I can paint freely, move this onto the driveway, and we can kind of go nuts. Redo the silver for now. Redo the silver on the lip, let the lip cure and wrap it. Car should be back on the road in about a week, hopefully, I'd imagine. But it depends on how long it takes to cure. Apparently I've got to wait a week or so for the paint before I can wrap it. So, but we can take the car out with the bumper on itself in the meantime, but the longer we leave it, the better the paint gets, of course. So yeah, today's job is just sanding. Sand. So nothing too special. I'll record whatever footage I can for you guys. And I'm probably going to end up splitting this into 2 different videos because of how big the job is. But we'll see how we go. I fucking love sanding. I don't like the action of sanding, but I love the results of sanding. So I've just done this little bit in the middle where the bottom lip where it's obviously been hit, and it's all just smooth and level now. And that's with 240 grit sandpaper. We'll go to 400 before we prime, of course, but just the lighting in here is shocking. But just a quick note on how the bumpers look pre-sanding and painting. I'm going to finish doing this lip, see how we can go by hand. I don't want to use the sander for the lip because it is quite small. It's just fiberglass and flimsy, but I'll probably use it for the bonnet. Be a bit easier to get around it. It's a difficult and flexible shape on shitty little stands. So going by hand might be better, but it's not too big of a job to go by hand because it goes through nice and smooth. So probably should have done that 15 fucking minutes ago. Fuck it, I'm using the sander. Yeah, the magic of power tools is just simply fucking better than doing it by hand. I'm gonna do like the bends here by hand because it's like the power tools just, the sander keeps fucking jumping and it's just not practical, you know? But that's easy, that's small bits. I've got a little crack here. I'm gonna use an unconventional method to fixing it, which is super glue. Considering it's just fucking plastic, it should be good and it should hold. All right, time to just hand sand the rest of these gaps. Which literally just takes that. And get ready for 400. P sanded. Time to go to 400, which won't take a whole lot. There's only like little tiny, like a lot of this is very smooth, but then some tiny bumps. But it's not like, what I'm basically gonna do is 400, go over it, so it's even smoother. And then I will just prime the fuck out of the cunt, and then we will sand back the primer nice and smooth, because that's way easier than trying to sand into the plastic. We can just sand into the primer and keep that smooth, because at the end of the day, we're gonna wrap it, right? So the primer just needs to be on there smooth. The paint needs to go on well. We need to clear coat it properly. And then we'll wrap it anyway, so it's no big deal, and it's under the lip, so it's like I'm not going to spend more time than I need to on it. So I'll go get 400 grit paper now. I've got it in squares. I don't know if I've got any in disc, and then we'll sand it. Nope, I don't have any 400 grit discs, so I'm just going to do what I can by hand, and I'll go to the shop tomorrow and buy some more discs and do it properly. I might just I might even start doing the bumper today, see how I go. But it's not a whole lot of work with 400. You basically just have to go over it and get rid of the 240 scratches, which is super easy because you're not working into the paint or the lip anymore. You're just working into the scratches. So probably don't need a disc for it, to be honest, but we'll see how we go. All right, new plan again. My mates just messaged me who can service the car for me, like get it up on the lift, give it a proper diagnosis, check every fucking nut and bolt for us. But that's going to be next week, Friday, and today is Tuesday. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to touch the bumper. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do the lip, and I'm going to try to do the headlights. I'm going to go out hopefully tomorrow or Tuesday to the shops, grab some stuff for the headlights and get that going. With the lip, I've got black paint that I was going to use in the Valiant that I never used, so I might just paint it black, and then we're going to wrap it anyway, so it doesn't matter what colour's underneath, right? So I'm thinking I might do that. Worst case scenario, we can drive without the lip on. It doesn't actually matter. We can just put the front bumper back on and the headlights. But this is sanded 400. It's actually ready to prime. I just don't want to do anything while the car isn't fully covered. And I don't have any shit at the moment, so maybe I'll do a bit of work on the headlights now, and then I'll go out tomorrow or Thursday and get the rest of the shit together and hopefully prime paint and top coat this lip on Thursday. Do it all in one hit. Friday morning, get the headlights going because I've got to head out Friday afternoon, and then Monday could probably look at putting the car back together. It's just about getting some carbon fiber wrap to finish this off, and then probably wrap this on Tuesday before I go to get the car taken to the mechanics, see how we go. But yeah, I would say I'm going to give this a wipe down with wax and grease remover and see how it looks, and I would say it's ready to prime and paint. Honestly, that's ready for prime. I could just take it outside here and prime it right there. Actually, I don't know why I wouldn't. Might just actually do that right now, prime it. Fuck, that's not a bad idea. Okay, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. Who cares? Now the reason I'm priming outside is because it doesn't really matter, because primer, you can just coat the cunt on as much as you want and then sand it. It's only paint that's really a problem. So I'm gonna get the gun set up, then I'm going to wipe it down again and tack rag it, then we'll prime. And like if it's windy or whatever, it doesn't matter. We just prime, and you can always sand back and reprime. It's that's the beauty of priming. The GoPro is also on 6%, so I'm going to turn it off and then turn it back on when I'm priming and hopefully capture that footage before it dies. All right, the bumper's ready. We got 4% on the GoPro, so I'm just going to paint till it dies and then I'll charge it. And lip might be fucking primed, or it might be priming still, who knows, but good luck on the footage. All right. Alright, the GoPro is charged and I've decided to just bite the pillow. This is all sanded down and primed. 600 grit sand. It's good, it's smooth. I'm going to give it a wax and grease remove wipe now, tack rag, and then we're going to paint it black. I've already got the paint mixed up, so yeah, I'm just going to paint it and clear coat it today while I've got time, because again, it's only a lip, so it's not too big of a deal. So that's what we're going to do right now. Now, it's not perfect, of course, but it is only primer. The thing is, it is smooth, and that's the main thing. There's little imperfections just from when I've had to flip it, but it's nothing nothing that's actually a problem. Again, it's just a lip and we're going to wrap it, so it'll be fine. Just for reference, fucking black, mate. The fucking devil. All in the fucking gun. I'm actually excited to see what this looks like. Just going to do this top side. And then we've got to let it sit before we can flip it, otherwise we're just going to peel the paint. To be honest, I don't really care too much about the bottom side, but it does need to be smooth regardless, so might flip it now quickly, do this side then flip it back. And then the tack rag, this is where the magic happens. You guys remember these bad boys? Tack rags basically just pick up everything. If it's on the surface, it'll grab it. I don't know if the quality is good for the camera, but you know, bit of grey, that's just loose primer. That's all good. Now it's time to paint. So, good luck. That's coat number one. I'm gonna leave that, let it dry. I'm not gonna do this side until I flip it, I think, because otherwise I'm gonna have paint running and I'm gonna get fry ups, and that's the last fucking thing I want. So give it 20 minutes and go again. This is the important part that I learned when doing the Valiant while painting, is literally letting it dry. Because the problem I was having with the bonnet when it kept frying up is I was painting too early again, doing the second coat too soon, and it was just yeah, bubbling because it wasn't dry enough. So just really gonna let it sit, and it will get darker and darker. I'll give you a close-up at the moment of how it's looking. Obviously pretty grey being on the primer, but I mean that's a bit darker than the rest, but I'd like to say it's pretty consistent across the lip. And then you're going to get a bit of overspray on this side, but when we flip it later and paint the top, which is more important because it's more visible, it should be more, it should even out well, I hope. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything. I just work here. Alright, I think it'll be ready now for another coat. I might do this one a little bit thicker, just want to not go too hard, so we'll see how we go. Good luck. It's a lot fucking darker, hey. I'll get this corner a bit more. Hopefully it doesn't fry up. That's what the drying process is for now, but second coat, a lot thicker, a lot darker, a lot more consistent. Probably a bit lighter on this side than it is that side for sure. But we're gonna do another 1 or maybe 2 coats before I let it dry properly. I really might, maybe I will come around this side and do that on the 3rd coat. See, I like where it's kind of cut off at the corner. So that way when I do the other side, I can just go straight flat. I might try to angle down a bit this time now, just to kind of catch that. And then go harder when I flip it, because that's where it's more important and visible on the top side. So I think if we're light on this side, going round on the bottom, flip it, and she should come out good. There's like little, you know, dings and stuff, but again, don't care. It's a lip. It's gonna get fucking scratched again, right? I just want the paint to hold, stick, be strong. That way the wrap sticks, holds, and is strong, and then we're fucking good. So doesn't have to be perfect because it's a fucking lip at the end of the day. All right, boys, looks good. No fry up so far. Give her another squeeze and we're good. Hopefully that doesn't fry up because that was a little heavy. I tried to keep it quick, but it was heavy. But it's all pretty black and consistent now all the way. No real issues. And then on the front edge, you can see I've kind of hit the sides a bit more, you know. Try to get here a little bit more. And over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Plenty of paint left. It's just about flipping it now, which is a problem, because if I flip it too early, it's going to stick to this and then it's going to take the paint off. And then that's the problem I've got on like in the inside of the boot of the Valiant. But I guess at the same time I don't really care a whole lot. I'm not sure. Not really sure what I want to do yet. Need to get a proper part hanger, you know. Try and just hang it from the inside. And then just spray the whole thing. Like if I could have it up like that, you know. That would be amazing. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna flip it. Now, what's likely gonna happen when I'm done painting the top is that we're gonna have little marks, probably here and here, maybe even out here too, from it being sitting on this, because the paint's touched right. Like I can run my hand on it, it's good. You know, it feels great. But it's not dry, but I need to kind of get painting. It's not the end of the world because I can smooth it with wet sandpaper, and I still need to do a top coat today. So like top coating needs to be done today because we're painting. So we're going to flip it. It's all right, it's all right. And just like kind of keep it light. Keep it light, keep it easy. More importantly, keep it clean. Just gonna give it a bit of a spray. Wax and grease remover. Just really give it a good wipe. I know that if you've seen the bottom and you had a look at the lip, you can see that it's kind of warped. I'll lift this. Only a tiny bit sticky, so that's cool. It's only warped on the bottom side. You can't actually see from the front. That's because someone's obviously fucking hit something. That's what put the dent in the intercooler as well. Because the warp is like right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a coat. And then when the coat's dry before I do the second, I'll lift it again. Just to kind of separate the paint from drying on the foam. And then we can go again. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good. Light coat. Just a light coat, that's all we need. Remember, light, let it dry, then we go heavy. I just had a big brain idea. I could probably use my tripod here to like hold the lip up straight to get a better paint job. No bullshit. So I'm gonna actually try set that up and then find another way to record, or you guys just sit the fuck down. So because I'm a fucking god, look at that. Now, the only problem is I'm going to end up painting my tripod and clear coating it, but you know what? I don't care. Worst case scenario, I'll just buy a new one, because that's going to make not only doing this coat now much better, other than it running a little bit, but top coating will be way easier because I won't have to worry about this bit getting fucked during the top coat. So, like, you know, there's a little white mark there already, but we can fix that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to give it a tack rag and try hit it with that. I don't know how I'm going to record it for you guys. Now, basically, I'm just going to have to show you the aftermath. That's just the way it is. Sorry. Boys, that is so much nicer. Hopefully there's no fry-ups, so we're going to see. If I went too heavy with the paint, then shit. But it is a lot nicer and consistent and shiny. Literally the only downside is that small part of the lip there, but I mean that's going to be connected to the bumper, so that doesn't really matter. Like, you know, we got the black paint on the tripod. Luckily it's already black, but I think it's come out all right. And I gave this end a little spray just where we had that little mark, so like the chip is barely seeable now. I might give it one more quick burst because we're going to do one more coat on the other side. But she's black and she's beautiful. Almost don't want to wrap it and just keep it black, to be honest, but I think carbon fiber will protect it better. And I think long term the carbon fiber will be a lot nicer, but shit, I kind of like that black, man. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, she's all painted and done, and it's starting to get, I mean, the sun's still up for a fair bit. It's nearly 5 o'clock, I think. Yeah, about 5 to 5, so I kind of need to get my shit together here. Gonna give it another 10 minutes, then I'm gonna put the clear coat on, and then we're gonna be done for the day. So I'm gonna mix up the clear coat now, but that's how it looks. Obviously, because of the way I'm using the tripod, this is it for camera angles, of course, but she's clean, she's good. There's no fry-ups. I'm really happy with that paint job. Like, it's nice. I don't want to touch it just yet, but gonna give it another 5-10 minutes, mix up some clear coat, give it a tack rag, and fucking get this bitch protected. Let's do it. All right, it's been a few hours now. I brought it inside because it's night time, but I think that lip is looking good and shiny. There's a bit of orange peel, of course, which is to be expected, but I don't even know if it's worth getting rid of the orange peel. I could just go straight to wrapping it in about a week's time, because it is carbon fiber wrap at the end of the day, so it's going to not matter. But the quality, honestly, I'm a fucking god when it comes to painting. This is good. I'm thinking I might wrap this part of the video up here, and then the next part of the video will be probably wrapping this and sorting out those headlights, because that way I can split the footage up, give you guys some extra videos. So that is going to be all for today's video on the build series. But next time we should be hopefully wrapping this, but at the very least sorting out the lights, because here's the problem I've got. Quickly, I'll show you. They're HIDs, and these are not HIDs. These are LEDs, or whatever the fuck they are. I don't know. Halogens, sorry. I need bulbs like this, which might be pretty hard to find. This one's burst. Don't know if you can see right in that little hole there. You probably can't, but there's no connection. I might be able to get spare ones, maybe. If not, I've got to order them online, because technically these, the Japanese versions of the cars had these. The Australian versions did not. So the fact that this is here in Australia, I mean, it got road registered, it's got approved, so it's legal, I guess. But yeah, gonna have to sort that out tomorrow, and then hopefully clean them up and get the bumper back on the car within the next week or so. Get this wrapped and we're good to go. So that's going to be it today, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video or the live stream. Thank you. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy. It's huge.